Well, Virgo, I suspect you're feeling at least a little bit better this month, June 2016. I'm Dadhichi. And the reason I say that is because the two principal planets which have been affecting your relationship area, that is Jupiter and Neptune, are now moving in their forward motion. And that's pretty significant because, as I've said to some of the other star signs, the retrograde motion of these planets has a lot to do with revising things, really going back and having a second look at, for example, your motives, or the motives of the person that you're in relationship with. And I use that term broadly. It's not just personal relationships, although we would say that that is the predominating type of relationship in this, but it can have to do with business associations and affiliates and that type of thing. But Jupiter and Neptune are both rulers of your seventh house of marriage. They've moved forward. They are still in a reasonably tight opposition. So these two planets are also considered spiritual. Jupiter is an expansive planet. So for some of you at least, there may be some ideological differences that you're trying to work through with those most significant others in your life. We see also that the eighth house of shared resources, and one of those resources is a sexual resource. The eighth house is the house of sex. The moon, moving into conjunction on the first day or so of June, shows that there can be sudden and unexpected intimate opportunities there. Being the ruler of your 11th house, the moon generally is considered good. It's favourable. It's a gainful planet. And so being in the 8th house, you can gain through some of those intimate episodes. There's also a new moon occurring in your 10th house earlier on in the month. That tells us fairly clearly that new opportunities in work abound. We see there's a conjunction of the Sun and Venus. Sun is very, very good in this upper part of the horoscope, and at least up until the 21st, you should start to enjoy the benefits of that. It has, however, crossed over Venus, which is your 9th ruler, having to do with, again, issues of morality, ethics, principles, spirituality. So there could be, these two sort of factors you're weighing up. Success versus, well, how is this going to impact others? Is it the right thing to do? And therefore, you need to carefully think through these things. That new moon is also going to happen around the time that Mercury, the ruler of your career and profession, that Mercury moves into that 10th house. And it will stay there up until June 30th. So the rest of the month, from the 10th, that's about 20 days, is going to be very much about communicating ideas, going for job interviews, putting forward new concepts. That's also shown by that Moon-Uranus conjunction in your 8th house, which is a place of inventions and progressive thought. So you've got a lot of new ideas this month. They may be hamstrung by the opposition to Saturn around the 21st and the square of Neptune on the same day. This could be opposition from your partner. It could be opposition from one of your employers. So you have to have very, very good reasons, good facts and figures to back up what it is you are trying to get across the line. And generally the Sun and Mercury in this upper part, along with Venus, are all very, very favourable planets to have in this area. Next month I'll be talking about how these planets will move into your 11th house. And in fact, Mercury does that on the 30th. So right from the very last day of the month, we can see some of the benefits. And these are usually financial. 11th house is profits. So for those of you that are doing any sort of business, this is an excellent time to look forward to increased cash flow. Mars has been retrograde, moving into its stationary direct position on the 30th again. So the 30th is an important time there. We see that it's slowing down while moving backwards, and then on the 30th it appears to stop dead in its tracks. This is the final station before it moves forward in its forward motion. And this has to do with your communication. At that time, you'll be a lot more forceful. You won't be so reluctant to speak or apprehensive about what others are going to think about what you have to say. So that may also have to do with your property issues, because Saturn has been transiting there, also retrograde, and Mars has just moved out. It will eventually move back there, probably next month, and through July and August, I think some important events are going to happen in that part of your life. I'm telling you that now ahead of time so you can prepare yourself. And if there's anything there that you've been sweeping under the rug and just, throwing out of your field of vision, I'd suggest you pull it straight back in and clarify that so you don't complicate things when that planet moves into that area. Capricorn, we see, is going to contain the full moon in the last week of the month. That's in your 5th house. It's going to be associated with Pluto, and that gives rise to some incredible creative energy, some real reconnection and transformation associated with children. So I'd suggest that if there's anything there that's been suppressed in terms of your creativity, now's the time to get moving and bring that out. People are going to want to hear and see and feel what it is you've got to share. It's always great talking to you. Don't forget astrology.com.au for the textual dose of astrology, both this month coming, June, in text, the daily readings, and also the year in focus, so you can find out exactly how this fits in with where you're going in the next few months of 2016. Till next month, take care. Hope to see you back here again. Bye-bye.